Well, we finally did it. Green Bay takes a first-round receiver for the first time in 23 years. Matthew Golden, some said the best receiver in the class. You love to see them get what is said to be the best receiver in the class at 23, without a doubt. They also, I don't know why he's not showing up here, Savion Williams. I have him on the roster. He's just, I guess, not high enough up the depth chart. I think I have him in the kick return spot, though. Punt return and kick return. Really, really electric player. He's a highlight reel. He's just really shifty. A very nice, like, Cordero Patterson type running back. So you'll love to see that. Or not running back, wide receiver. He lined up in the backfield a lot. Really electric playmaker. Anthony Belton. Call him Escalade. Really, really big offensive lineman. This team is now going to start, I guess, going towards that like heavy run set. I think that means they're not going to re-sign Rasheed Walker in the future. So hopefully Belton can develop a little bit. As you know, I don't really want to see Rasheed Walker go. I think he's great, but Zach Tom's really the future. Sean Ryan's also on a deal, so I don't see him staying. You got Elton Jenkins moved into center. Now I just added this in. They literally just picked Baron Sorrell out of Texas, a pass rusher. Goody seems very confident in the guys we have in the building. I like the confidence, but I don't know. I don't know why. I could have swore I re-signed Isaiah McDuffie. We might have to just find him and re-sign him, even though I still might play Hooper just because he's younger, so maybe we can develop him. Safeties are really good. I mean, Javon Bullard, he gets to start over Evan Williams in Madden. I think in real life, Evan Williams is a little bit better. He was super electric. And corner, really looking at this draft, it tells me we plan on keeping Jair. That is all that this draft has told me. We have, 4 rounds in, not a corner taken. Unless there is somebody that they feel really, really good about late, which I doubt. No big names have really fallen this late. So unless there's somebody like that they really, truly believe in, I don't see it happening. I just hate to go into the year with Nate Hobbs, Keyshawn, and Carrington Valentine as our top 3. So I think Jair stays. I think he stays a Packer. Maybe they look to moving him next year. I don't. I moved this once. We're just going to have to move it again. We're going to put Savion in that kick return spot. Really want him to get a load of the carries. And we're probably going to throw Matthew Golden in the slot just so he can kind of try to make some plays. Keep that stuff the same. I'm really excited for the rest of this, man. This has just been an awesome draft for Green Bay. Win offense, the first 3 picks of the draft. That just tells you they know their weaknesses. They know where they struggle or where they struggled last year. And we all know it was on offense. Our defense was really, really good. All right, well, I didn't think about it till now because I turned injuries off. Christian Watson probably is missing the remainder of this year. I don't know what Green Bay plans on doing with him. I know Zach Tom is going to stay. He's going to sign a contract. Tackle is very important in Green Bay. It doesn't look like Christian Watson from everything Goody has said, it's going to be Devontae Wyatt, which we're going to have to work with. It's going to be Devontae Wyatt and Zach Tom that stay, and Christian Watson and everybody else go. And we're just going to have to focus, everybody else, focus replacements in the next 2 years in the draft. Next year could also be another year where Green Bay really focuses wide receiver early on. We are going to focus scout defensive end, though, as I don't know that we're going to keep Luka Van Ness. It really depends on his development. In his stats, I know in real life it's not looking promising right now. He hasn't been great. That's one of the reasons Green Bay just took Sorrell. Matthew Golden, only star depth, not a big deal. Defensively, we didn't have any dev traits. I don't even think we took really any defensive players. So Christian Watson and them can go. Now, taking a look at the stat, Anthony Richardson leading the league in passing is wild. Jordan Love, really good year so far, 1,400 yards, 16 touchdowns, only an interception. Josh Jacobs doing his thing. Not a lot of touchdowns, though. Jaden Reed leading the way in receiving. Matthew Golden having a pretty good year. I think Green Bay fans would be all right with that. Rasheed Walker leading the team in letting up sacks. Edgerrin Cooper in tackles. Rashawn Gary in TFLs. And look at those sack numbers. That's why we may look at edge very early. Only 3 interceptions. Not great numbers there. A lot of stuff to focus and work on as we just go towards the end of the year. We know what we're going to have to focus in the draft next year. That's for sure. All right, so we should be able to get Devontae Wyatt here. Man, he still doesn't want to. Huh. That's interesting. But we do have a linebacker breakout, and I am curious to who this is. We just beat the Giants. Got the Bears to take on next. As we're going to try to find out who this is going to be. I'm thinking Tyron Hooper. Edgerrin Cooper. A dev trait for him would be tremendous. To get him up to, I think he's already superstar dev. Would that get him up to superstar X Factor? So we try to, I have to do this. As we try to get or take down the Bears, which we do beat the Bears. Not a great defensive game. Can we say he got it? It's looking like it. Did he get that dev trait? No, he just got XP. All right, well, we finished 14-3. We go on from the midseason right here. Don't lose another game. Didn't force any wins, anything like that. Incredible season from us. Looked like we played fantastically. Our offense was firing on all cylinders. Our defense was doing pretty good. I saw Josh Jacobs' stats there. Jordan Love, I mean, that's MVP type numbers. 4,200 yards, 47 touchdowns, 10 picks. Yeah. Josh Jacobs, 1,500 yards. I'd have liked a couple more touchdowns, but I'm okay with those numbers. 3,000-yard receivers is insane from Green Bay. Romeo Doubs, a really good year. Matthew Golden, 1,000 yards, 12 touchdowns his rookie year. He'd be the first 1,000-yard receiver since Devontae. Would be insane. Jaden Reed, 1,000 yards, 9 touchdowns. Yeah, Christian Watson didn't have that big of a role, which probably is going to be the case anyway because he's going to be on the PUP list for a while. Gave up some sacks. Not great numbers. I feel like Belton could be 10 sacks, so I'm not upset with that. Edgerrin Cooper led the way in tackles, of course. Kenny Clark in TFLs. And Devontae Wyatt, we paid him. He's leading the team in sacks. See, not great numbers out of Gary or Lucas Van Ness, I should say. So we're probably going to just let him go, honestly, next year. Draft some guy. Jair, incredible year. Edgerrin Cooper, incredible year. Some pretty good pick numbers. I am not upset with those. We're going to jump in this one. If you have an opportunity to win a Super Bowl, year one, you take it. And we are just going to go to the end of the game. Now, this Philly team, even though we have a better record than them, they sim really well, no matter what their overall is. And I think that's going to be what loses us the game, as it is 28-0 and 38-0. Wow, what what a blowout. 41-14. Not the best. I mean, was it Jordan Love? He didn't have a great game, I know that much. Josh Jacobs did all right. Saquon Barkley torched us. I don't really know about... Not terrible receiving. Yeah, no... Sorrell with 2 TFLs is pretty cool. I mean, yeah, just not great numbers. Not a great looking, but not a big deal. You know, Super Bowl year one would have been nice, but we're just going to take... Do we have staff to hire? No. We're just going to run with what we can. I think we'll be all right, and we're going to get to the offseason. Now, I mean, Jordan Love's down there for MVP running, which is wild. We come in second for Coach of the Year. Dan Campbell wins it. I'm looking for one award right here. Matthew Golden, Rookie of the Year. That's a dev trait, superstar dev. That's awesome. Defensive Rookie of the Year goes Jack Sawyer. I mean, I know in real life he got drafted by Pittsburgh, but I guess here he is on Philadelphia. Yeah, we didn't. I mean, Sorrell didn't really play. Jordan Love wins Best Quarterback. That's a dev trait. Not gonna be. Where were we at Best O line? Do we have anybody? Elton Jenkins is on the list. That's pretty cool. Best Defensive Line. Not gonna be there. Best Linebacker. No. Best defensive back, Mike Sanderstill. A lot of people would love that. Jair at 2. Best kicker, we're at 3. That's not that bad. Some really good awards. Matthew Golden winning Rookie of the Year is electric, and he goes up to Superstar Dev. Now Romeo Doubs does as well. Not gonna keep him though. We're gonna let him go. Jordan Love goes up to Superstar X Factor. Josh Jacobs goes up to Superstar. Defensively, I think Kenny Clark went up. I'm not sure. Edgerrin Cooper does go up to Superstar X Factor. That is really good. I'm happy with this. That is a good team. We have a couple adjustments we can make in the draft, even though we probably are losing some people. Now to see who wins this Super Bowl right here between the Buffalo Bills and San Francisco 49ers. And it goes to the Buffalo Bills. Josh Allen winning the Super Bowl. All right, well, I think I'm going to hold true to what Green Bay is going to do. Now, because of the CBA, Christian Watson probably does get one more year on a contract here. We might do that. We might just throw in a year. He didn't have a lot of stats last year. There we go. He didn't have a lot of stats last year, so in the game anyway. So we're just going to throw him now that Romeo Doubs is going to be gone. He's probably going to get a lot more time, and I think the only person we really want to focus is going to be maybe we keep Wheelan here for a little bit longer. Keep a punter. That's okay. I'm not worried about bringing in a rookie. I think everybody else is good. We're not accepting Luka Van Ness's 5th-year option. We're probably going to let him go, and I doubt we even start him next year because 3 sacks in a year is just miserable. I hardly ever see him develop in this, so we're just going to take a little bit of money into the free agency, and I doubt we even sign anybody. Guys, real quick, I'd like to give a huge shout out to Dubby. If you need energy and you're tired of the same lame canned energy drinks, all the Red Bulls, Monsters, all that, etc., that's really bad for you, take a look at Dubby. It equates to $1 per drink. They have some great flavors. Go to dubby.gg, pick out the flavors you want, maybe get a shaker cup because they have some pretty good ones, and use code BusterPlays at checkout to get 10% off. Now, let's get back to the video. Now, I'm controlling a bunch of teams. I have them all on autopilot, but it threw a loop in this free agency. I have never seen this free agency before. I would love to bring in TJ Watt, but $23 million is really going to put us in a bad spot moving forward. So I really think maybe we look at a right or left outside linebacker if there is one that, Kayvon. I don't think he's super good though. Yeah, I think McManus retired, so we're just going to we'll draft a guy. We'll draft a kicker, or go to the free agency after the draft. We're just going to get straight into the draft. No need of bringing in any free agents. All right, well, we had a little bit of a mishap there where it just it messed up my draft, and it auto-simulated it because of all the different coaches and users I had in the league. So we ended up taking a corner. At least he's hidden dev, 22 years old. It's not that bad. I don't hate it. Upgraded third corner isn't a bad thing. Take a defensive tackle here. Don't like that 23-year-old normal dev. Not a fan of that. I am curious. Yeah, these guys all do not look like hidden dev players. So we're going to have to run with Sorrell on the defensive line still. That is going to be really our big takeaway from that draft. All right, well, I'm sitting here right now. The Browns just selected Shedeur Sanders in round 5 of the NFL draft. That seems a little crazy to me. Especially with taking Gabriel earlier. Why didn't you just take Shedeur there? Like, why make a stunt? Why deliver a message? I think the Browns' plan the entire time was to draft Shedeur. I get they needed a backup because you're really not relying on Deshaun Watson anymore. But, like, why make a stunt out of it? I don't understand it. Regardless of that, this is the team. Now, I'm going to run with Belton this year. I probably would have looked to upgrade if I would have gotten a draft the way I wanted to. But we're going to run with him. See how it goes. See how he develops. The rest of the offense looks good. Reed, Golden, Wicks, Savion Williams, all pretty good players. Defensively, we're running with Sorrell. I'm hoping maybe he can just have a breakout year. Maybe. I don't know. Garrison, actually, I think we're going to move into that CB3 spot. Let him develop over Carrington Valentine. Even though in real life, I really like Carrington Valentine. I just don't think he moves the needle for us here. So we're going to go into the year like this. I think it's really good. I don't have really any complaints. I feel pretty... Actually, we're going to put Valentine as slot CB. I kind of want him there. Leave Savion Williams in that slot receiver spot. And let Jordan Love and Josh Jacobs just carry the load as our offensive line is developing. We re-signed Zach Tom. Of course, we had to let Rasheed Walker go. I really don't like that we did, or are going to in real life. But that's the way it goes, and we're just going to see how this team does. And this year we back off a little bit. 11-6, still a really good team. First in offensive points per game. Josh Jacobs had an incredible year. That's definitely got to be a dev trade. Jordan Love with a pretty good year. 4,200 yards, 39 touchdowns, only 7 interceptions. Josh Jacobs, 1,500 yards, 20 touchdowns. That's insane. Savion looking, 1,015 touchdowns. Jaden Reed with 1,105. Matthew Golden, 10 touchdowns. That's pretty good. Tucker Kraft's 600 yards is pretty good. Belton, 11 sacks. I've seen higher overall tackles give up the same amount, so not really complaining there. Pretty good tackle numbers out of Quay Walker and Edgerrin Cooper. Rashawn Gary in TFLs. Rashawn Gary in sacks was 7.5. Sorrell with 4, not great. 4 picks for Hobbs, 4 for McKinney, 4 for Alexander, 2 for Cooper, 2 for Walker, and 1 for Javon Bullard. What did our kicking look like? Christopher Dunn. Not great. Not terrible, but not great. Punting. 8 inside the 20, 14 touchbacks. Not great out of Daniel Whelan, as I butcher his name for some reason. We have a wild card game here against the Falcons. Now, we should know one of the corner dev that we had, as I do want to see how the team is playing. And everybody's playing up. Savion Williams had an incredible year. Yeah, the offense looks good. Really good numbers there. Sorrell up to a 74. Still don't know Garrison's dev trait. He's playing up to a 78, which is really good. Yeah, I'm expecting maybe a little bit of a playoff run here. I think we can take down Atlanta. And I'm, hoping for some good dev traits as Dallas just takes Jaden Blue out of Texas. And, sadly, we are at Mercedes-Benz Stadium as we go to the end of the game. Hopefully we have the number 1 offense in points, and we get into these games and we just cannot score, as it's 14-16. Our defense isn't doing much here, as it's an 8-point game, and our defense has been pitiful. Why are we running the ball so much here? There's under 3 minutes on the clock, and then we throw an interception. We're going to lose. This is just, pitiful day. Yeah, Jordan Love 2 picks. He doesn't do that all year. We hop into a game. Josh Jacobs pretty good. Jacoby Myers killed us. Jacoby Myers and Darnell Mooney. That is quite insane that they were the ones that killed us. No sacks, 2 picks for them. And we do have Josh Jacobs go up to Superstar X Factor. Savion Williams didn't go up in Dev after that year. That's quite insane, I think. Really good year for him, though. And defensively, Quay Walker goes up to Superstar. Nate Hobbs goes up to Superstar. McKinney goes up to Superstar X Factor. Some really good dev traits. I don't know how our team is developing on the defensive line when they're not doing anything. A Detroit Buffalo Super Bowl. We do need to check the yearly awards. And I don't think we're going to have any. As Offensive Player of the Year, Josh Jacobs right there at 2. Defensive Player of the Year. We're both of those Detroit players. Really, really big Detroit fans over here. Defensive Rookie, not on the list even. Best Quarterback, Jordan Love down there at 4. Best Running Back goes to Josh Jacobs. That's awesome. Best Receiver. Savion Williams is at 6. That should give us a dev trade a little bit. Jordan Morgan in the top 3 for Offensive Line of the Year. Elton Jenkins was here. Aaron Banks was there. Best Defensive Line, no. Linebacker, probably not. Defensive Back, 2 players. Jair Alexander and Nate Hobbs. And Best Kicker, we're not going to be on that list. Yeah, I was really hoping for a dev trait out of Savion Williams. Savion Williams. So, see who wins the Super Bowl. And it looks like it is the Buffalo Bills again, back-to-back Super Bowls here. I mean, they're a good team. And so far this year, I think they've had a really good draft. So, Harrison out of the first round was really good. I think they've really focused on getting that defense right, building on. And another team that I think has killed it silently is the Cincinnati Bengals. They have had an incredible draft, I think, on the defensive side of the ball. Shamar Stewart, they've done really good. I think they've got one of the best. They've really improved that defense. One of the best defensive drafts. And now that I'm done yapping, let's get back into this rebuild. And, this price for his 5th-year option isn't that bad, so I think we're going to go ahead and accept that. And we're just going to take our $24 million into next year. I don't think, unless we get this huge bump in the free agency, which I doubt we're going to get here, I think we're just going to try to no bump at all. And I think we're just going to try and keep who we have and improve in the draft. I mean, there are some positions we could probably sign like 1-year deals on. But we're doing the old Green Bay way, and we're just going to let our guys develop. I think Sorrell is at that 75 overall now. I think he can get there, especially without Lucas Van Ness getting in his way as far as like the rush right end and stuff like that. I think Belton is starting to develop a little bit better, and I think he can have a good second year. So we just got to get to the draft and try to pick up some pieces there. Well, we're here in the draft. We have pick 21. We're just going to get to it. Not going to make any big trade-ups yet. All right, you know what? We're taking a right outside linebacker here. I think we're going to put him at right outside, move Quay Walker over to the left outside. This guy's got elite strength. Not a great athlete outside of that, but some good pass rush abilities. And, I mean, all the way down here at 23, getting a pass rusher doesn't seem like the worst. Ranked at 44, hidden dev. That's perfect. I'm hoping the guy we want is still here. Now, I did focus scout some receivers. They're not good. But Addison Bryant, this is the Aaron Banks replacement. Looks pretty good. Round 1 talent here in the second round. Ranked at 20, got him at 53. Hidden dev. We're probably going to take a couple offensive line in this draft. Just try to, focus up on doing what Green Bay normally does, which is draft offensive linemen. All right, we're taking a tight end. We just lost Luke Musgrave, just a backup tight end. And it looks like it was, pretty decent pick. He's pretty fast. He is the kind of perfect Luke Musgrave super athletic replacement. All right, and taking a look at the draft, we got Eric Howard here, a left guard. I mean, that right tackle really wasn't that good, but neither was the tight end. I'm not upset with it, though. 370 plus overall players is pretty good. Some backup pieces that are going to develop. Yeah, I'm happy with that. I mean, Addison Bryant, he's 21. Is he 21? 22. And he is only 4 overall worse than Aaron Banks was. So I think we did right by letting Banks go and bringing him in. All right, going into year 3, this is what the team's looking like. I'm really happy with it. Bryant, after the preseason, 2 overalls lower than what Aaron Banks was, and 22 years old. Savion Williams, I'm hoping for a dev trait this year, man. He really thought he should have had it last year with 1,000 yards, 15 touchdowns. We add a piece to the linebacking core, get a power rusher, so hopefully that is really good. Sorrell, I'm hoping can, take a step. I'm going to pull a Goody there. I'm expecting big things from him. Specialist, let's see. I don't want Quay Walker as the rush right end. I'd prefer Sorrell. And yeah, I think that's perfectly fine. I have no issues with that. Savion Williams, give him another shot in that slot receiver role. Let him try to develop and just move freely. All right, 3-3. Not a big deal. Been there before. We seem to be around that mark every year at the midseason. In this rebuild anyway. And boy, do we have some players to re-sign. Nobody wants to be here. Well, I can't blame him. It is none of those things, but Green Bay has to re-sign him. Xavier McKinney does. I think I only want a 3-year, though. He might get 4. He might get what he wants. Josh Jacobs. I mean, we're going to have to overpay for a 2-year, but I want him around for the remainder of the rebuild. He wants to be around longer. Javon Bullard, still young enough. I don't know if I should have paid him right there because we still have Rashawn Gary. Kenny Clark can go. Marshawn Lloyd. Now, Rashawn Gary is going to want insane numbers. Maybe we let McKinney go and we just re-sign Josh Jacobs, or, some other route. Maybe we let Josh Jacobs go. And the only reason I say that is because we have a running back national focus scout. So if we can bring in another running back to kind of just develop. He's 29, so he is going to regress really bad. So actually, I think that's exactly what we're going to do. He doesn't want to be here, so we're probably just going to withdraw his offer and try to keep Rashawn Gary instead, I guess. I don't know what Rashawn Gary has done either. I'm sure that Jordan Love, a little bit of a down year from what we've seen. Josh Jacobs doing what he does. Savion Williams leading the team in receiving yet again. Matthew Golden, pretty good. Jaden Reed, Belton leading the team in sacks, but really not a lot of sacks. Bryant only allowing 1 is awesome. Jordan Morgan hasn't allowed a sack. That's awesome. Edgerrin Cooper leading the way in tackles. Baron Sorrell in TFLs I like. Kenny Clark in sacks is not... Rashawn Gary I don't even want to keep either because his numbers are terrible. Only 3 interceptions is not good. As we sit here and see who Green Bay is going to pick anyway, I do want to know, it doesn't look like our rookie had a single sack at the rush or the right outside linebacker position. He's still hidden dev, but he's developing, so I'm not upset with it. Yeah, maybe McKinney goes and we focus that in the draft. Kenny Clark's going to go. We're going to need a defensive tackle. Probably going to have to replace Rashawn Gary, I think. I don't know. He's superstar dev only because I have dev regression off from where I had to set this thing up. But yeah, we're just going to cruise along to the playoffs, see what happens. All right, and it's only been a week, but we did get Xavier McKinney to re-sign and Rashawn Gary. Kenny Clark, Josh Jacobs, they're going to have to go. Josh Jacobs is going to be 30. He's going to regress terribly, so we're going to have to move on. All right, well, year 3, we have a little bit of a fall off. Don't make the playoffs. 91 overall offense. It's insane to think that in our offense was the issue. That's the problem. Jordan Love, a little bit of regression. Not terrible numbers, though. Josh Jacobs regressing. Savion Williams, he's got to get a dev trait this year. Matthew Golden, 1,100, 6 touchdowns. Jaden Reed, not great. Belton just crumbled. That's terrible. Maybe we need a left tackle replacement. Edgerrin Cooper leading the way in tackles by a lot. Kenny Clark in TFLs. Gary Sorrell, 3-player with double digit. I like that. Kenny Clark leading the way in sacks. Devontae Wyatt with 9. Maybe he's Sorrell with 3.5. Rashawn Gary with 2, and we just paid him. Evan Williams, 4 picks. Jair with 4. 3 for McKinney. 2 for Hobbs. 1 for Marcus Garrison. I like the potential that this defense shows. I just wish, and you know, our rookie had absolutely 0, and I mean 0 sacks. Howard, yeah, star dev, 0 sacks, love it. But Sorrell outproducing Rashawn Gary, and they don't even have good numbers, so that is a real head scratcher. And I'm hoping to see a dev trait for Mr. Savion Williams this year. 1,200 yards, 16 touchdowns is quite insane. But let's get to the Super Bowl. And it's the Jacksonville Jaguars and Minnesota Vikings, which is a little odd. We do have some yearly awards. Trevor Lawrence is the MVP. Good for him, I guess. No Offensive Player of the Year. No Defensive Player of the Year. Well, Kenny Clark was there. Offensive Rookie. Not there. Defensive Rookie, probably. I mean, Howard's down at 9, but he had no stats. Best quarterback, we're on the list. Best running back, not. He's down there. Not high, though. Savion Williams at 2 for best wide receiver. I still would love to see a dev trait, though. Best offensive line, Elton Jenkins is down there. Best defensive line, Kenny Clark is on the list. Best linebacker, no. Best defensive back, Jair Alexander at 4, Evan Williams at 6, and McKinney at 9. So 3 on the list. And on the list for best kicker, but not incredible numbers. I'm really hoping for a dev trait this year. I mean, back-to-back. Last year was 15 touchdowns. This year's 16, and he does go up in dev. So he gets that star. Bryant, star dev, already better overall than Aaron Banks was. So I like that. Defensively, Sorrell goes up to star dev. Kenny Clark goes up to superstar X Factor, and we're not keeping him. I do not like that a lot. And Evan Williams goes up to star dev. So we got some DBs. I mean, he's back up, but he sees the field a lot, so I'm okay with that. I do like the star dev out of Sorrell. Maybe we just keep him around now. He's like 23, 24. Same as some rookies, can definitely develop. Let's see who wins the Super Bowl. And it's the Minnesota Vikings. In division, they were able to get a Super Bowl before us. Not a big fan of that, I can tell you. And we just got to keep on trucking along. All right, we do have 20 million. And oh my, did Kenny Clark regress. I mean, he's a superstar X Factor, but I was hoping he wouldn't regress like that. Yeah, I think maybe we bring back Evan Williams. He doesn't really want to be here, but he just got that star dev. He's a good backup, and for something like a 3-year 15, I don't mind keeping him. We'll probably just pay Matthew Golden. Josh Jacobs, we could franchise tag, but I'd really just rather let go and replace in the draft this year. And that 16 mil, we're just going to keep, I guess. And if only we had the money. I mean, Jahmyr Gibbs, this is the first team I've been a part of that he just wanted to be here. Bijan's in the open market. Josh Jacobs, what a year for free agency. I mean, man, really all we need is a kicker and punter, and Will Reichert will be one of them. Just going to pay him to come around. He's young enough. He's developed pretty good. Punter we need as well. Probably going to go Michael Dixon just because it'd be a little bit cheaper. Keep him. Or not keep, but, get these two guys, some special teamers. $6 million left. We just got to head to the draft and knock it out of the park. All right, so everything that I have looked at right now says that we need to jump the Lions. So that is my goal. I'm going to try to jump up to where Houston is and pick a defensive tackle. Now, the bad part is they kind of need defensive tackle too, but it didn't have them mocked taking one. We have no picks in this draft, so there's probably going to be some trade back happening. We're going to offer them a 4th. We're only moving up 2 spots. That is going to be perfectly fine. Now, I'm hoping this defensive tackle is still here, and it looks like he is. This is our Kenny Clark replacement. Now, some could say we probably should focus tackle here, but John Magana, our Kenny Clark replacement, looks fantastic. Really, ranked at 22, got him at 9. Normal dev though. Just gonna hope for some good development out of him. I mean, that normal dev is insane. Now, I don't know what we're gonna do here in round 2. I'm expecting we need a running back too. Oh, there are some good ones later though. All right, so I think we trade back. Like, we can get, if we can stack some picks. The problem is we need some. I mean, wow, we're really tough offensive line spot. Yeah, so we need some late day picks. So what we're gonna do is we're trading away. We're gonna trade back, try to see. Now I do like this. We get a lot from Cleveland. That's this year too. I think that's our move. I think we're gonna take this Cleveland Browns pick. We trade back, and that puts us back at 60. I'm not even sure that we need to make a pick this round anyway. I think we trade back again if we can get. I want more this draft. I like this Giants offer. Get us some more third round picks. We've got to stack a lot of stuff. So now we got 3 picks in the third round. I think there's some running backs here that'll be really good. Cooper Durand. A lot of A's. Looks like a solid pick and a solid starting running back for us. Ranked at 32, hidden dev. That's all we needed. I mean, he's a little old. I don't really like that. We'll probably take another one at some point. Probably latter third round pick. Now we've got to find some sort of left tackle prospect. And I'm not sure. Maybe we draft a right guard and we move Jordan Morgan out. Ranked at 47, hidden depth. That might be our move. I'm thinking maybe we move Jordan Morgan out to that left guard's or left tackle spot. Or somebody. We just get an interior guy. Eddie Hunt, 21.60, 226. Looks pretty good. Another running back. Ranked at 10. Normal dev, though. That is... Maybe we try to get a rookie of the year with him. I don't know. Maybe we just start the other guy. Now we don't have a pick till round 6. Kenny Bailey, how do you look? Not bad. Some B's. A decent athlete. A good reaction from the crowd. And a hidden dev. This is going pretty good. Now, I'm not upset with this draft class at all. I think we got some good players in here. Magana, he's going to be a starting defensive tackle. Hopefully he can develop. Durand, I don't know who we're going to start. I mean, Eddie Hunt's faster, younger, better. He might be our starter. Cecil is probably going to be the starting right guard. We'll move somebody out to tackle. We just got to figure out who. I think it's going to be Jordan Morgan. Played a lot of tackle in college and was really good at it. And I think that's going to be our move. I think we're going to move him out to that left tackle spot. He's probably going to be asking for a crap ton more money because now he's going to be tackle. So that does not look like him. That's an insane no face scan there. That makes our offensive line look a lot better, though. Hunt is getting the start over Durand, but they'll probably both see the field a good amount. I'd rather Hunt get the start. I mean, I got to see what dev this guy is, because if this guy is one of those like superstar dev players, he's starting. Or superstar X Factor, he's going to get the start. Just start. So maybe we should change his number from 53. That's kind of a terrible number. Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty happy with how it looks now. The defense is decent. It hasn't really gotten worse, right? Pretty on par with what Green Bay's defense has been. It's just going to rely on our playbook. I'm hoping our running backs can actually do something, though. All right, well, we are about to head into year 4, and this is the roster. I feel confident with the receivers. Running back, a little hesitant about, but We got 2 guys here that can develop, so I am okay with that. The offensive line, I am really confident in. I think McClellan is going to do great. Jordan Morgan pushed out to that left tackle spot. Zach Tom, of course, is great. Elton Jenkins, Bryant. Maybe need to get another interior offensive line. Or we just move Belton into the interior. I think he'll be better there. Defensively, we brought in Magana. You know, he was really our main, you know, another defensive tackle as well. Feel good, though. I think our defense can, you know, to really play. I mean, Edgerrin Cooper and Quay Walker are great. McKinney's still good. We're focused scouting safety next year to try to see if we need to bring in another. Our corners are really good. We are going to have to look at replacing Jair soon, as he'll probably go next year, if not this year. So we're just going to get into the year and hope that our team can win. Well, we're 3-3 again, so we're not really improving a lot. Focus scouting, I'm working on safety, I think, is kind of the smart move here. Try to get Xavier McKinney's replacement. We don't really need quarterback unless, you know, our quarterback is playing bad. What is the downfall? The points per game just fell off out of nowhere. Maybe we do need a better receiver. I don't really know. Jordan Love, not a terrible year. I've seen worse. Eddie Hunt doing pretty good, I will say. 4.4 carry for this level of rookie is good. 5 touchdowns. Receiving, Matthew Golden leading the way. Savion Williams doing pretty good. Jaden Reed doing okay. Good sack numbers. I mean, only 6 sacks given up. Bryant, McClellan, neither of them have given up sacks. Quay Walker leading the way in tackles. Eric Howard in TFLs, I do like. Eric Howard in sacks. Not great sack numbers out of the group. 4 picks for McKinney, 1 for Walker, and that is it in the way of interceptions. I don't like that. I would like to see a little bit more in the sack department, but I honestly think it's just a playbook. We may need to make a change. I don't really think we had a couple dev traits, but I don't think Duran's will get known unless we look. Maybe we should, and Bailey's probably won't get known unless we look, but I'm content with the way they're playing. How does this have our... Okay, so Sorrell's not even in the... He's not even a rush guy, and Magana is, which he's not really getting any looks his way. Now, I'm going to make Durand, I'm going to make him. We'll get him some more touches, see what he can do. Maybe he can get, that dev trait unlocked, and we're just going to have to keep, we're not. We're going to have to take a look at who we need to re-sign and what kind of money we have. 110 mil, we have to re-sign Jordan Love. I'm okay with that. Re-sign him. Matthew Golden needs to stay as well. He stays. We have our QB1, QB2. Jordan Morgan. I'd like to keep. We'll bump this up a little bit. He stays. Jair can go because he's going to regress terribly. Savion Williams, I would like to keep, actually. Let's tamper with this a little bit. He stays. 7.4 mil left. We just don't have enough to keep Sorrell, so we may have to look for something, or Devontae Wyatt. Yeah, we're gonna have to have a full just defensive break, which may not be the best thing. So hopefully we can get a Super Bowl now or some more money. And year 4 puts us back in the playoffs at 10-7. We were a real streaky team, up and down. It's just not what you love to see out of Green Bay. We'd go on a 3-game win streak, 3-game lose streak, just up and down. Now, our team looks good. I think the move of Jordan Morgan to left tackle was a really good move. I think, our team looks good. Magana developing nicely. I don't even have, I know previously I had turned sliders up, not on this one. So I left him alone. Jordan Love, decent year. Eddie Hunt, just under 1,000, 11 touchdowns. I'm hoping that can push him to a Rookie of the Year and maybe a dev trait. Golden, 1,100 yards, not a lot of touchdowns. Savion Williams, though, 1,012 touchdowns. Jaden Reed with 9. Tucker Kraft with 7. Lamar Hannon. I don't know who that is. He's got one, though. Jordan Morgan led the team in sacks. Not great there. Edrin Cooper in tackles. Magana and TFLs with 12. Now, I like that. That is some potential Rookie of the Year numbers. Rashawn Gary, 9 sacks. Yeah, Sorrell's just going to have to, as much as I would love for him to develop, I think he's just going to have to go. I don't think it's going to happen. McKinney with 4 picks, 2 for Walker, 1 for a pile of others. Not to mention he's a free agent this year, and we just don't have the money to pay him. And well, yeah, no, we already looked at that. Let's just try to get a wild card win against the 9-8 Arizona Cardinals. I really hope we can get a win here. If we can't get a win here, we're cooked. Years 1 and 2, we lost in the wild card round. Have not made it past the wild card round. In year 2, we went against a 9-8 team as well. I'm hoping that changes for us this year, as we have a 7-7 game, 14-7. I'd like us to, went a long time without the ball there. 21-14, 21 all, 21-28. Can our defense do something? It does, and we get a win. About time we get a win in a playoff game. We went on a long stretch there. Jordan Love, not a great day. 2 picks is a lot, but better than Kyler Murray, I guess. Eddie Hunt, pretty decent day. They got Bijan. That's interesting. Matthew Golden with a decent receiving day. Tucker Kraft, 2 touchdowns. I like Jaden Reed with a touchdown. Let's see. Do we get any sacks? Devontae Wyatt with a sack. That's pretty decent. Gary Williams had 2 picks. McKinney, Walker, and Edrin Cooper all with interceptions. And now we have the 9-8 San Francisco 49ers. They did not win the division. Arizona did, but luckily enough, we were able to beat them. So we're just going to try to beat San Francisco as well. Now, San Francisco in the divisional round or the NFC Championship, historically speaking, has not been great to Green Bay. As a Packers fan, I realize that. I'm hoping maybe this is the time we turn it around. But we're going to go to the end of the game. We'll jump in if we have to, because it is year 4, as San Fran's on the board first. We do answer back, though, 7-7. Can our offense keep rolling? It does. 14-7. Got a stop there. What a unique one. 21-7. 24-7. I've seen San Fran come back in situations like this. 31-14. I don't think they're coming back this time. That is a win. We are headed to the NFC Championship. It looks like Brock Purdy played a bad game. Jordan Love, incredible. Eddie Hunt, pretty decent day, 55 and a touchdown. Jaden Reed, 126 yards. Savion Williams with 2 touchdowns. I like that I was able to develop him. Tucker Kraft with a touchdown as well. Defensively, what kind of... Rashawn Gary with 2 sacks. And that's it. And a pick for McKinney and a pick for Cooper. Superstar X Factor is really showing out in this run. Now, this is where it gets tough. The Philadelphia Eagles, able to rebuild back a little bit, I guess. They've been able to keep it up. All right, we're in Philadelphia. Lincoln Financial Field. Jump to the end of the game. Hopefully it's not a blowout and we can hop in if we have to, as defense is playing a good role right here. 7-3 we are up. 7-10. Ooh. 14-17. 14-24. Okay. I was about to say I thought it was an interception. I'd like us to score right here. There we go. It's a 3-point game. If our defense can come up with a stop like they do there, now we have the opportunity to... Yeah, no. I'm going to come in here. Now we have 3rd and 12. Going to pull out a cross play. Look for Jaden Reed, really. I'm going to look for Jaden Reed deep. I like the way this is split up. No, we shot. I was thinking that, didn't realize Taylor Rapp was a superstar X Factor player. All right, hopefully, no, our defense is going to let up a field goal. All right, a field goal. Now can our offense get going? Why are we struggling so much? Are we just running 5 wide? Is that our whole plan? is just 5 wide. We're going to hit Matthew Golden for the first down. What a catch there. I thought that was going to be incomplete there. All right. Now, let's let our team... There we go, Jordan Love. Savion Williams. We're moving the ball now. 1 point game, we have the lead. Now, Philadelphia needs it, so that means they get a huge penalty. And they're going to be able to wind this down. And all right. All right. This is not good. 43 seconds left. 0 timeouts. We're just going to have to try to move the ball but get down the field at the same time. All right, well, at least that's incomplete. We really got to get in field goal range. I just want some, you know, opportunities to stop the clock and not be in bounds. If we don't have a huge touchdown play like with this, we can get out of bounds with Tucker Kraft. I'm okay with this. We just got to keep moving the ball. Why was that so inaccurate? All right, we got to try to get out of bounds soon. We got about 10 yards to go. 7 seconds left. We got to go for a goal in the read. No, we got to go to the end zone because Jordan Love is the most inaccurate quarterback ever, apparently. Most inaccurate quarterback ever. He has just missed so many throws. We hit Golden. He doesn't have the speed to get away, and that's going to be game over. Right there. It looks like... I mean, Jordan Love had a little bit better of a game than Jalen Hurts, but you hate to see that interception. Saquon was just the difference maker. Matthew Golden with a big day. They had the receivers, too. It's just... I mean, they only had 1 sack. There's only 1 sack in the game. Nate Hobbs and Taylor Rapp with the picks. All right, well, a Philadelphia-Cincinnati Super Bowl. We knew Philly would be there. MVP goes to Joe Burrow. Jordan Love is not on the MVP list. Kind of crazy. We don't make the Coach of the Year list either. Offensive Player of the Year, nobody there. Defensive Player of the Year, nobody there. Offensive Rookie goes to Eddie Hunt. Okay, so he gets a dev trait. Defensive Rookie... Magana's there at 3. I was really hoping for better. Best quarterback. Jordan Love's down there at 6. Best running back. Not on the list. Best receiver. Savion Williams at 10. Best offensive lineman goes to Zach Tom. Cecil McClellan there at 2. I would have really liked for him to get it, but we get a superstar dev trade O-lineman regardless. No best D-line. Best linebacker. Edrin Cooper at 10. Best defensive back goes to Xavier McKinney. Guess it's good that he's around. Best kicker, Will Reichard at 2. Now, I scouted safety for no reason, apparently, because Xavier McKinney is there. Do want to see what kind of dev traits we got before we figure out the Super Bowl. And Hunt goes up to super... Okay, Durand was superstar dev. Now, I think Hunt was the better player, but did we make a mistake there? I think maybe. McClellan, see, offensive line worked out great. Zach Tom, superstar dev, love that. Defensively, Magana does not go up go up in dev. Garrison goes up in dev. I like that. Quay Walker goes to superstar X Factor. I really like that. And the Philadelphia Eagles are the Super Bowl champions. All right, we are going to accept Marcus Garrison's 5th-year option. Sorrell, I think, yeah, we're not able to offer him anything. He's just, as much as I would love to keep him, he's not going to be able to stick around. We just don't have the money for him or Jair. We're going to have to draft another corner, draft a defensive tackle, unless we get a huge bump in the free agency, which then I would target maybe some of those guys back. I don't know if I would go after... Okay, so we do get a decent little bump. I don't know if I go after Sorrell or not. We're going to bring him back. Try to keep him. Corner, I think we're just going to target now in the draft. No corners want to be here. That's crazy. We're just going to target corner in the draft. We're good at running back. Receiver, I think we're still in a really strong spot. I mean, we could probably bring in one more, but Maybe we look drafting. Defensive tackle we could definitely use. Brian Bursey is there. Do we have... We don't even have enough money to think about offering him. Yeah, we're just going to have to defensive tackle in the draft as well. Baron Sorrell, bring him back. I'm just going to keep him around. We have a lot of players we have to really try to focus and bring in this draft, so let's do it. And sadly, with all the players that we have to bring in, we are down at pick 29. I think we go D-tackle here. I think we go with Cannon. 78, hidden dev. I'm perfectly fine with that. We can wait till round 2 to kind of get the corner we need. Carl Fowler is the best corner on the board. Looks like a decent enough athlete. You know, not great. Not terrible. We just kind of needed a third corner. We have our corner 1 and 2. Gonna bring in this guy. Elite athlete. Super speed. A lot of celebration. Ranked at 37. Normal dev. Not a big deal. Alright, well, this is the draft class. Not bad. I mean, not great, but not bad. I'll take it. It's bad. It's a bad draft class. Alright, well, we are in year 5. And, you know, as we have done a lot more of developing the pieces that Green Bay already has over drafting and developing new players. I mean, we got 2 new offensive linemen, a couple, you know, new running backs, even though we used Josh Jacobs for a long time. The receivers, all drafted by Green Bay in real life. Defensively, you know, somewhat of a new defensive line, a new linebacker, but most of the defensive backs outside of Garrison, you know, all the safeties, Hobbs, and 3 and 3, as we have always been. You know, we could take a look at the re-signings. We're not really going to re-sign. We're probably not going to focus it. 41 mil. Rashawn probably goes. He's 31 now. Zach Tom, you know, just for the heck of it, we will throw a little bit of money at. He's going to stay in Green Bay a while. Hobbs goes. Tucker Kraft probably stays. You know, not a lot of people, really. You probably take a year back to reload. And, you know, if you don't get to reload this offseason because you don't make the playoffs, which I'm hoping and thinking we will. Now, I mean, Matthew Golden has been electric. Wide receiver 1 for sure. Cannon is star dev. I do not mind that. Did we have any other dev traits? I don't think we had any other dev traits. I think he was the only dev trait we had, which is a little bit ridiculous. Jordan Love, back to what he was doing the first couple years. 1,500 yards, 16 touchdowns, 4 picks. Rushing, Eddie Hunt is doing all right. I kind of wish numbers were a little bit higher, but it's okay. Receiving, Savion Williams leading the way. 405, 6 touchdowns. Matthew Golden, probably be 2,000-yard receivers right there. Nothing's wrong with that. Pretty good sack numbers. I am perfectly fine with 6 sacks at the midseason. Defensively, Edrin Cooper leading the way in tackles. Rashawn Gary and TFLs haven't had like a great just pass rusher. And haven't had great interception numbers. Xavier McKinney with 2, 1 for Garrison, 1 for Fowler, the rookie. I like that. Just got to hope we turn stuff around, really, as we go to the end of the year. Well, we finished 10-7 again, back-to-back years. We're in the playoffs, though. That's all that really matters. Jordan Love, 4,000 yards, 44 touchdowns, 9 interceptions. You love it. Eddie Hunt, still under 1,000 yards, 9 touchdowns. Getting better. Receiving, Savion Williams, 1,200 yards, 16 touchdowns. Matthew Golden, 1,008. Jaden Reed with 10 touchdowns, almost 1,000 yards. Really good receiving numbers. Really great sack numbers. Quay Walker leading the team in tackles. He's done it every year. Dwight Cannon, the rookie, 18 TFLs, 8 sacks. The pass rush we're getting out of our D tackles is insane. So I'm happy with that. That's a rookie of the year and a dev trait. And 4 picks for McKinney, 3 for Garrison, 2 for Hobbs, 1 for Edrin Cooper, and 1 for Carl Fowler, the rookie. Maybe we can get some good dev traits if we make the Super Bowl at the end of the year. If we were to go to year 6, we probably would. Eddie Hunt, up to an 86 overall. Don't know why he's playing bad. I think he just needs to hit that 90 overall, and he'll be kind of on top of the world. Defensively, Magana up to an 85, playing up to an 85. Cannon, 84 true, playing up to an 86. I love it. I mean, Edrin Cooper playing up to a 96. Really, really good team. Really good team. Sorrell's developed, 79 true overall, but from what he started as, I mean, he's developed, so I just don't have any complaints there. We just have to get into this wild card game against Seattle and see if we can finally win a Super Bowl, man. The NFC has been tough. The Seahawks still have Sam Darnold, which I guess good for Sam Darnold. As we go to the end of the game, we are in Lambeau, finally. 7-0 lead. 14-0. This is what I'm hoping for. I'd like us to keep scoring, though, actually, as this is a low score. Seattle finally gets on the board. We answer back, though, 21-7, 28-7. That's going to be game over. The Green Bay Packers win in the wild card round. I'm happy about that. Looks like Sam Darnold had a stinker. Wow. Jordan Love, pretty good game, though. Eddie Hunt, pretty decent. Not great. Savion Williams killed it. 116, 2 touchdowns. Defensively, ooh, Seattle with Mike Green, I guess, in this. Eric Howard with a sack. Cannon with a sack. That's really good. No interceptions. Kind of a boring game outside of Savion Williams. He took control there. And here we have the 10-7 Carolina Panthers. Ooh, I do not want to do that. We're going to hop in here. I want to make sure I'm going to try everything I can to win a Super Bowl. That is my plan. As we go to the end of the game here in Lambeau, Carolina does score first. Man, we really committed to running the ball there when we have such a good passing attack. Carolina's got a 7-point lead. 4-point lead. 1-point lead. 21-14. We got a 4-point lead, 7-point lead. All right, we got to slow this down here. I mean, we're in a really good position. All right, we take a 7-point lead. Carolina has the time to end the timeouts, as that's a huge penalty. They don't score. They don't do anything. I think they had all their timeouts too. We win. I don't know what happened there. I didn't have to hop in, though, so thank God for that. Jordan Love, really good day. 347, 2 touchdowns. Eddie Hunt with a touchdown. Receiving, Savion Williams is just electric in this offense. Defensively, no sacks. I don't like that. We never have sacks. And in the NFC Championship, we have to take on the Cardinals again with Bijan Robinson. As I'm sitting here, Will Howard to the Pittsburgh Steelers in the 6th round. I guess if Aaron doesn't sign, it's going to be Mason Rudolph or Will Howard. That is still going to be their saving grace, I guess. All right, NFC Championship game here in Lambeau. It is time for us to go to the end of the game, see if we can take down Arizona. We get points quick. Now, we got a 10-point game. We are up 17-0. I like the lead. Let's keep on it. 20-3, 20-6. All right, our offense looks pretty good today. Okay, should be game over. It is 34-13. We win the NFC Championship game. The Cardinals get Jalen Hurts. He has a bad game. Jordan Love didn't necessarily have a great one, but, good enough. Hunt and Durand with touchdowns there. I like this running back duo. Matthew Golden with the receiving touchdown. Jaden Reed with a touchdown. Doesn't look like Savion Williams had a great day today, as he normally does. 2.5 sacks for Rashawn Gary. Half sack for Xavier McKinney. I like that. Garrison and Hobbs with an interception. They had Tony Adams with an interception. And we have to play the Baltimore Ravens here in the Super Bowl. It doesn't look like, well, we could have gotten NFC. It may have been 2 defensive tackles. Jordan Love at 3rd for MVP. Who is the Steelers quarterback? Jerome Wright. Coach of the Year. We're down there at 10, so we did make the list. Offensive Player of the Year, Savion Williams at 2. He's been electric. No Defensive Player of the Year. Offensive Rookie, Streets at 3. Defensive Rookie goes to Dwight Cannon. I knew he was going to be there. He was awesome. Best Quarterback goes to Jordan Love. I like that. Best running back, are we on the list? Hunt down there at 8, so not terrible. Best receiver, Savion Williams at 2. Again. Best offensive lineman, Bryant, McClellan, Morgan, and Jenkins. Almost our entire offensive line makes the list. That's awesome. Best defensive line, nobody there. Best linebacker, do we have Edrin Cooper at 8. Best defensive back, Xavier McKinney at 7. Best kicker goes to Will Reichert. I will take that. And I do want to check our dev traits before we hop into this Super Bowl. And Hunt doesn't go up. Savion Williams does go up to Superstar Dev. That is awesome. Defensively, Cannon goes up to Superstar Dev. We knew that was happening. I don't know why he's not a scheme fit anymore. He was, but I guess, I don't know, something changed. And yeah, that's our only dev trait on defense. Really good team, though. I'm really happy with this. All right, well, we have a Super Bowl against the Ravens here. We are in Minnesota as we go to the end of the game. And we score fast. I don't know if that was Hunt or Durand, but now is where we're going to turn the ball over a bunch, huh? Tie game 21-21, 28-21. Evenly matched game. Well, 35-30, 38-30. Is that going to be the end? It is. We win the Super Bowl. Finally, we get it. It doesn't look like... I don't think Jordan Love played a great game. Saw a couple turnovers in there. Yeah, 3 touchdowns, 2 picks. Very Jordan Love-esque game. But was good enough to get the win, and I think it was because... Oh, it was Durand with the long one. Okay, Hunt had a touchdown, though. Durand, 5 for 76 and a touchdown. Yeah, he had 1 for 70. What a rush. Jaden Reed led the way. Oh, no, he didn't. He had a touchdown, though. Matthew Golden with 85. Savion Williams, 2 touchdowns. Defensively, Sorrell with a sack. Magana with a sack. And no interceptions for us, but a Super Bowl win nonetheless. And as you see, we got Super Bowl win. Jordan Love, your Super Bowl MVP. An insane rebuild. 2 great running backs. I almost wish I would have started Durand. I think he would have developed better. Matthew Golden, Savion Williams, great players. We did have Elton Jenkins retire, so we would need to focus on getting a center, but the rest of the offensive line looks great. I mean, McClellan, Bryant, fantastic. Zach Tom up to a superstar dev. Jaden Reed's been decent. Tucker Kraft been decent. They just don't develop. Tight ends don't develop in this playbook. Cannon, best defensive tackle on the roster now. Edrin Cooper, Quay Walker, really good. McKinney still good. Nate Hobbs was great. Javon Bullard developed awesome. We had drafted Howard. The computer drafted Garrison that year 1 because of the mess up, but I'm okay with it. It's not a big deal. Yeah, really, really good year for this team. I'm not upset at all. I think everything kind of worked out exactly how you want it to. I wish Rashawn Gary would have been a little bit better, but, you know, he's not terrible. I think it's just because dev trait regression's not on. He would have regressed a lot, but I'm glad we kept it the way we did. And that's going to wrap this one up, folks. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like. Let me know down in the comments who you want to see next. Hit that subscribe button if you enjoy this kind of content and you like seeing Madden rebuilds. And go, Pack, go.